Yeah, it's Queen Stat, baby, the one and only. The heavy hitter, heart strong, mouth slick, vibe heavy, love, lean, laugh, but don't play with a Queen stepping pressure when she walk. If it ain't real, she don't even wanna talk. Love deep, laugh loud, but she built from the grind. Cut different, ain't another in a kind. Queen stepping pressure when she walk. If it ain't real, she don't even wanna talk. Love deep, laugh loud, but she built from the grind. Cut different, ain't another in a kind. Pray for peace, but she ready for the smoke. Say what she mean, don't care who broke. Put respect on her name, no cap, no flex. She done leveled through pain, now she cashing them checks. Go! She the vibe, the energy, the storm to come. Talk slick, better pray with your mom. Step ain't for the weak, she a boss in the field, got grace and grit. But she keep it too real, don't need no crew, she can stand on her name. Queen status, only heavy hitter in the game. Queen stepping pressure when she walk. If it ain't real, she don't even wanna talk. Love deep, laugh loud, but she built from the grind. Cut different, ain't another in a kind. Queen stepping pressure when she walk. If it ain't real, she don't even wanna talk. Love deep, laugh loud, but she built from the grind. Cut different, ain't another in a kind. It's Queen Step, better speak with respect. Love, you lie and demand that check.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Happy Friday. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful, productive, and blessed Friday. I'm back. I am back. Let's get some to come on. I know it's a short notice, y'all. I know it's a short notice, but that's okay. I'm gonna get my talk on. Once could catch the replay. But I was trying to crumble so much stuff all in one. Like, get it together, step. Get it together. But again, thank you all for coming in because we are thankful and we are blessed to have lived to see another day. I don't see no comments. Y'all ain't speaking to me today? Hold on. Let me see. I probably done did something crazy. I'm gonna put it on the screen. So if somebody comment, let me know that y'all can hear me clear. Yes or no, one or two. What we doing? Okay, I'm trying to reopen something back up. Um, Somebody coming in the chat, let me know if y'all can hear me clear. I'm trying to find the oh Lord. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna I just want to give a discussion about the Tyrone Davis Jr. I've been doing videos and I've done a couple lives, and he's the one that had a nice romantic Christmas vacation with his girlfriend by the name of Lulu. So there has been some new information that have came out or whatever a few days ago. And it stated that, first of all, Lulu gave 3 different stories to the Davis family, Tyrone, father side of the family. She gave 3 different stories. She waited to 24 hours to contact them after the incident. The last that I updated you all was when the nurse and her boyfriend met the family a few days ago or whatever, and they gave their storyline of what happened the day of the incident of Tyrone Davis Jr. I mean, they did not, seem as if they were sounding like they were making up anything. I mean, they were really giving out detailed information of what they saw, and it sounds like they were, giving it step by step. And I'm referring to the nurse that actually helped Tyrone, that pulled over her and her boyfriend and assisted Tyrone. Until the paramedics came, it stated that Lulu didn't show up until 2 minutes right before the paramedics was placing Tyrone on the stretcher and, well, on the stretcher and into the ambulance. Now it has came out and stated that before it was, you remember, Lulu transferred alleged money from one account to another that belonged to Tyrone. And it is stated that he had 3 cell phones. He didn't have all his cell phones on him at the time of him being found. After the incident, it stated that, Lulu alleged to have transferred funds from one account to another account. And my question to that is, how is it that you just lost someone that you have been dating for years? I'm guessing up to about 5 years or so. I was in Criminal Villian's live the other night, and one of Tyrone Davis Jr.'s relatives came in her chat, and it was stated that it was one of his uncles, but he didn't want to come up on a panel. He was not in the right. I guess he's grieving. So, but he was talking in the chat, and one of the things that he brought to the attention of the chat into the ones on the panel was that Lulu was a side chick when her and Tyrone, encountered each other, first encounter. She was a side chick for a few years. And who Tyrone was with before her was his baby mother. So it's stated that Lulu was a side chick for the first few years, and then after about 3 years, I believe. Yeah, I think he said the first 3 years, and then after that, then that's when things start to become official with Tyrone and Lulu. But from the beginning, she was a side chick. So it makes you, if that's said to be true, which came from, as he stated, he was Tyrone's uncle. Um, if that's said to be true, you can, I mean, there seems that there was some, or has been some tension for a long period of time. I wonder, where's Lulu one of those females that, knowing that she's a side chick, but she's wanting that man to leave that female so badly, but then maybe once it does happen, it's like they still not satisfied. They still got some type of motive. And we all know that Tyrone was a known, motivational influencer on a few different platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And it's like, damn, don't tell me it's one of those cases where she spotted him years ago on the internet or something. Cause who knows where did they meet? Have anybody heard of where they first met? But still, like, was she one of those ones that, y'all, we've heard what the females done slid in the guy's inbox on one of these social media platforms because, she see how girls do be scoping guys out. It ain't like it ain't something that we ain't seen before, because we definitely have seen it. Hey, Daily Splits. What's up, Daily Sales? How you doing, Jazzy J? I like Jazzy J. But like I was saying, so if it's said to be true that she was a side chick, like at the beginning, and then they became, more official, I'm wondering, did she hold on to some animosity? But I don't understand why females would do that and still play, what I'm saying, like devilish type games, because you knew what the situation was. You still wanted to remain in that situation. But then when you do get the guy, you still ain't satisfied. You still trying to find ways, and like that shit, that'll be crazy. Like, why even put all that time into doing something like that? But the way that she has been moving, the different stories that she has been telling, it really, what I'm saying, you're definitely being looked at differently now. Because the first thing that really stood out is like, you left your man outside of the interstate where there's heavy traffic, where there's intense of miles per hour that people are going on that road. Like, and just to hear the friend come up on, I believe she was on Royal D's panel, but I was hearing it from Criminal Villian. Shouts out to those two ladies. The things that she was saying, I was like, you got to be kidding me. But she was co-signing. She was actually co-signing with saying that, well, if me and my man is arguing, whatever the case may be, and he seemed like he want to get out to cool off, and he asked me to, stop the car and let him out wherever. Yeah, I'm gonna let him out. And I'm saying, like, and so another lady on the panel was like, well, then you don't love that man. But it was like she overtalked that to continue to try to, being her line of conversation of what she was wanting to say. And I was like, no, I couldn't even see myself to jump out there for a friend and play the role of the fool, because they really out here doing the most. I mean, jumping in inboxes, watching how people are commenting on certain content creators channel that are talking about the story. And then I told y'all, it's a similarity, even from the Romika store. Like when you got some level-headed people that are paying close attention to detail and things that are being placed out here. And I mean, it could be speculation at the beginning, but then when things start unfolding, it started aligning with things that you have already spoke on. You basically it's just being clarified. And it's like, well, damn. Then you get the opposite side of the ones who've done wrong be trying to come at the content creators, or just come at the supporters that are commenting under those content creators channels and shit. Like, why are y'all jumping out here in the inbox? Like, to me, that's some type of guilt, because how and who are you to think you can make somebody, you know what I'm saying, not talk or give their opinion what they feel like they think happened? Nobody told Lulu for it to be known that she gave 3 different stories of what happened that day to the Davis family. She did that all on her own. So that's one way I'm definitely and could not jump out here. If you already don't spoke, why would I go and try to defend and state something different from what you said? Then it's all about, oh, y'all like basically trying to state like content creators reaching. We ain't, clearly we ain't have to reach too far because it's unfolding. And if Lulu knowing that she played no part into his demising, or what happened to him that day, Tyrone, I'm speaking of, what's holding you back from coming out here other than just writing a long ass post, but like verbally speaking to the people, since you see how virally the situation is going? When I know I ain't did nothing and played no part here, yeah, I'll come out here. It's out here, you know what I'm saying? So when I know I ain't did shit, I'll speak on it. When you don't, it's like guilt. I don't know. It does make you just think more, because he made her into what she is off the internet, because I believe he was a little bit more popular than she was, and she started growing on platforms by being with him. Hey, Robin Buttercup. Hey, Raquel. Hey, Lysander. Yeah, we remember when Miss Last slid in a DM. Exit. Like, they be out here lurking and watching, man. Just like the dudes be out here watching the chicks out here on the internet, the video vixens and shit. So, or in Instagram vixens and Facebook vixens and shit. Like, that should be running both ways. The truth will eventually come out about what happened that day. And I mean, it's literally unfolding, though. It's definitely unfolding, because like I said, like, who and why would you, if something happened to my guy, well, we're in an argument and I'm telling the family he jumped out of a car, like, why the fuck would I leave you on the side of the road? I can't ask that. I can't even get past that part, because I'm like, what is really going on? to even notice that you can leave your man in talking about he was gonna walk up to the gas station. Then somehow he was at the gas station already and fell out. Like, say what? You're not making sense. And like the auntie stated, Natasha, she wrote that in what she felt is that Lulu stressed T2. That's another name they call him. They also call him Joe. They call him Stepdaddy Joe. He has a few names out here on the internet. Stating that you stressed T2 till he wanted to get out of your presence as soon as possible. He was left under a bridge. The auntie Natasha states that truth is he went to the hospital under John Doe and then was given a trauma name. And then the mother got the delayed call 24 hours later with the first lie. He slipped and fell at the gas station and bumped his head. And then the family got 3 more different lies from Lulu. Kiara is her name. Then that's when Tyrone Davis family. Sorry, y'all. It sounds like that's the bus. Then the family opened up to ask the world what they think because it didn't make any sense. Everything above is the truth on how Tyrone was handled, knowing how big the family was. His kids nor his dad didn't get a call. The mom who raised T2 didn't get a call. And Natasha felt that if the shoe was on the other foot, T2 would never make those decisions. T2 was a real man and he deserved a real woman to love him right. Lulu, we not dealing with you, our choice. Maybe you probably forgot that you got arrested on a previous vacation at the Ritz-Carlton for domestic violence on him, and you had other mental signs were there. Love cost T2 his life. So from my research and things like that John Doe situation, it stated that a stranger alerted 911 that Tyrone was unresponsive under a bridge. Ambulance then rushed him to the hospital. His sister said that his identification card was in his hospital bag. Hence, he wasn't a John Doe. Well, that is not how it works. Tyrone was found along with trauma to his head. An investigation started right then and there by first responders and police. A patient will be entered as John Doe. So, number 1, the investigation isn't compromised. 2, until family is contacted or patient wakes up to confirm identity. The hospital can't just assume that an ID found on the patient is that person when you're being treated, because it will be a major liability, both medically and legally. So on the hospital part, they label someone under the wrong. They don't want to be in that predicament where they label someone under the wrong identity. Like an example, what if it was a friend ID the person had on them? Again, you can't be sure until you confirm with the patient or family medical staff. May continue to refer to patient as John Doe during rounds and studies, imaging, labs, procedures, etc., etc. Even after the patient is identified as the patient's chart gets merged after positive identification. So what I'm saying all that to say, in essence, Tyrone was a John Doe because he was found all along with a traumatic injury that rendered him unconsciousness, and foul play couldn't be ruled out. That's what I feel that happened from reading information and just, paying attention to things that's been put out here on the internet about the situation. And it is a very sad situation. So Lulu had posted out here on the internet under someone's comment, someone's post, and was stating that it was an accident beyond either one of their control. And she, made a statement saying that she let him out of the car and drove to a nearby gas station. Question. So how do you know it was an accident if you wasn't there? You got to make that make sense. And another question, I'm like, what was the accident that you speak so confident about? She wasn't there, remember? So how are you stating and telling your side, parts of your side, stating that it was an accident, but she alleged to have left and went to a gas station? So how would she know that it was an accident? And when she did pull up on the scene, just like what the nurse and the boyfriend said, the boyfriend stated that she didn't really have any remorse or any concern on her face. Like, you will be acting hysterical, like, oh, what happened to him? Can you tell me what happened, or what state is he in, or something? Nothing of that was being asked from Lulu to the police on the scene, the paramedics on scene. None of those questions was asked. Being the fact that she stated that she wasn't there, you would think those questions would be asked. She had did a post talking about the love was real. And I'm looking like, but how is that love? And you left him, and as you're stating that he jumped out, and all the other two storylines that she gave that didn't make sense. Stating that it's an accident, how would you know if you wasn't there? You left him. But why weren't you there? An argument don't get you where you just leave your man off the side of a highway. So how would you have the audacity, and I'm talking about Lulu, and write a post and say the love was real? That's not real love if you feel like like that's okay to leave somebody that you love off the side of a very busy highway, interstate, whichever one it was. That's not love. I mean, I don't see. Everybody don't know what love is, child. Because my thing is, why she didn't drive him straight to the hospital after the alleged accident. But remember, she wasn't there. She was driving everywhere else all of a sudden after not driving due to surgery because of that boot. But was he not driving due to the brain injury sustained at the cabin or car, and his brain cavity was swelling over time? I mean, people walking around with concussions not knowing. The video of him walking into that pizza hotel exterior, it does not mean he wasn't already injured. Not everything is instant, because it could be internal and you not knowing. It's just sad. It's like he cared for her so much. He was, never afraid to show the love that he had for her throughout, like you can tell by his social media posts when he talked about her. He drove for her. He did everything to care for her. Like, some just ain't making sense to even understand why she keep or posted anything talking about the love was real. Because where was it real at any point? I mean, she couldn't make the damn 911 call for help because she wasn't there. He was alone under a bridge, left to die in the road. The fact that she didn't call the family immediately. I'm trying to, and my question to the Gainesville Police Department. I mean, was the cabin checked for DNA, splattered blood by forensic team? Was any of that done? Because on the first news, they was quick to jump to go by, and I'm guessing the storyline that I'm guessing Lulu told. And that was being questionable about the times that she returned back to the cabin and grabbed the belongings, and at the time that she was stating, it didn't add up because the owners to the cabin had already done had that damn cabin rented out the day that they left. So how in the accident, and she from the hospital, she stated that she was going to pick their things up from there. Like, it's just a whole bunch of lies that's definitely not adding up to her storyline. And I seen a video of the auntie Natasha when they was outside of the highway where the incident occurred. She was showing cameras up on the light post, but she stated that they're stating that those cameras only work when somebody runs the red light, meaning it's not capturing every motion that's going on. It's only detectable to where somebody runs a red light, meaning do a traffic violation. But hell, you would think it'll pick up if they seen a human body on a busy road, interstate, highway, whichever one it was. Cause hell, my cameras catch motions of from a damn dog, from a pet to a human to a vehicle. I can go to my security and choose which one from what times. If I want to see if a pet don't came in my yard, I can choose to view any timing of the day of that to a human body. So it's strange that they got street cameras that's only catching traffic violations. I mean, was the camera footage from surrounding businesses checked that may have picked up what happened under that bridge? Did they even investigate, her phone calls, her text messages, her locations, or any of that at the point in timing that she stated that she claims he jumped out of a moving vehicle at 25 miles an hour? I mean, how and why would the police not question Watson stated that he had trauma to his skull, to his brain on the back side? That don't match up with him jumping out of a car that's going 25 miles an hour with no bruises or scratches from the knees, the elbows, nothing. And they said he had on a tank top. The auntie Natasha said that he had on a wife beater, tank top, whichever one you want to name. He had on a tank top. So how jumping out of a car moving 25 miles an hour, you have no bruises and scrapes or nowhere on your body other than your skull? And then, like, when it come out about this insurance policy, it stated that you know, he alleged to have added her to his insurance policy. Like they were planning to get married in like 3 months. And it stated that a few days before they went on this Christmas cabin trip, that he was adding her to his insurance policy. And at some point as well, they had a discussion about increasing the insurance policy. And I was like, damn. So if all that is alleged to be true, it's like it's making sense when it comes to, you know, it'll jump to like, damn, right, this happened. Is alleged that she moved money from account to another. So was somebody in that back seat that caused the trauma to the back of his head? Did she have to withdraw money quick to pay somebody? Like, I don't know. It just make your mind. That's what you call thinking outside the box. It's like a lot of questions could lead to one move being made. And you got to know all the answers to those questions for that one specific situation to understand. And then it's moving to the next. It's so much, especially when lies starts to unfold. Because every lie she told, you trying to make sense of every lie, every detail of things that's been put out. Like, but damn, how can you state the love was real when your mind went to thinking about money and transferring money from one account to the other while your loved one, lifeless body, lay in the hospital fighting for his life? And messing around with money accounts. Money accounts would not even dare be on my mind. So again, the way that she's been on the internet got people questioning her. So let me they are having his Tyrone Davis Jr. Viewing is today, the 23rd, from 5 to 8 at Matt White's funeral home. Justice for Dro. But just like the witness said, you know, like she back to that scene to try to get her story straight. I mean, how can you do that to somebody that, like, he really put effort and thought and creativity to that cabin trip where he went and bought all the, you know, decoration things, man-made things by hand to, you know what I mean? Like, that shit that's not love. That's not how yeah, the love that he had for Lulu definitely was real. But the way that she's been moving, it definitely, and things that are coming out, it definitely don't show that the love she had for Tyrone was real. Because nobody that got love for somebody gonna leave somebody outside the road. If my man, we get in an argument, he tell me let me out, well, I hope it's enough for me to pull the median. Because I'm pulling my ass over. And my ass might get out and be like, come on, man, get your ass back in the car. Like, let's talk about this at the room. I'm not just gonna leave my man outside the road because of after no argument. And talking about meet me up at the next gas station. Like, the fuck? No, I'm not about to do that. She went and parked up at that damn gas station and was up there for about 5 minutes and come back 2 minutes when they already unloaded Tyrone on the stretcher, getting ready to put him in to the paramedics vehicle. Nobody explaining this. You know, people, a lot of people questioning about the blunt force trauma to the back of the head. No answers being given to why there were no scratches, bruises. Those gonna be some of the main questions gonna stand out until they are answered for sure. She should be arrested for leaving Tyrone at that bridge, knowing the danger, hoping that he would, you know, get run over or something. She waited 24 hours to notify his family. 24 hours. And probably had every damn phone number of his family that she know that he was close to. But the 3 different versions she had, these are just her moves, the way that she's been moving. And it's definitely got people looking at her indifferently. That definitely got people feeling like she definitely played part of what happened to Tyrone. That didn't even wait 24 hours. The next day she transferred money over. Who the fuck thinks about money? Who thinks about fucking money at that time? Thank you, Come Collecting my for that super sticker. I appreciate you. Raquel said, so is she saying it was bound to happen? In other words, honey, in other words. Other words. I'm sorry, I'm just not leaving my man outside. I'm not about to do that. Okay, so let me pull this on. Let me see if I can pull up this and let y'all listen to the friend, honey. Shout out to Criminal Villian. But yeah, let me pull and listen to the friend. And what the friend saying. When it makes sense. Like it's drop off the damn panel. Hold on, let me find.
Bro, I love you guys.
Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me find. I can pull the video up. Let me find her lives. Okay, so yeah, the friend name was BG. Lulu friend name was B. I believe the royalty, but I heard it off from Criminal. The part because I'm not gonna go to the video. I'm trying to find the. Okay, I was trying to just find the pinpoint. I believe at the beginning. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up on the screen. If I would have beat that BG girl, which is long girl or whatever, she made herself sound crazy hell. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, so let me see if I can pull this up. I don't have to. Again, shout out to Bins. Y'all can go over there and listen to this live was like 4 hours long, but I just want to share some of the information that was coming from Lulu friend and BG that Popular's D channel. But these are just clips that Criminal Villian played out.
Natasha got that shit. Natasha got and said, that shit is false. That's fake. If it ain't coming from my mouth, that ain't real. Next thing you know, I get a message from the cousin telling me he can't talk no more. I said, okay, I understand. He said, if you got to say you need to run it to Natasha and maybe some other relatives. I get it. I understand. So, honey, long story short, you want to be here and cousin today. Woo, let me tell you something. BG got on there and pretty much she said that she gonna start talking. I guess their crew is no. She said, "Why don't y'all, the other YouTubers, why don't start reaching out to Lulu crew, start getting their side of the story?" I don't mind, honey. Honey, I'm gonna be knocking on your door, BG. Okay, expect a message from me either tonight or tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow. Okay, I will be knocking on you. Okay, shit, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Okay, let's get the likes up. Okay, somebody said it was rude to BG. No, they were not. They were very nice. Okay, they were very nice to her. She came in there and she tried to put her agenda. She pushed her agenda. What was her? Her agenda was to attack the auntie Natasha, to make her crazy, a liar, loud fool. She came in there to witness, call him all types of racial. She was trying to race bait and pretty much saying that, all that shit he said about Lulu was a lie. And she much was pushing the agenda that Tyrone got hit by a sedan. She's what she's pushing. Tyrone got hit by a sedan. Y'all need to stop talking shit about Lulu. Everybody, including the Dixon family, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all need to shut it on up. Okay? So, honey, let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, open book, how you doing? What's going on? And I see my people on the ground. I got Sean, I got Rob, I got Wes. I'm gonna y'all up. First, I got some of these clips. Okay? Is it okay if I play some of these clips? Let's look at. You guys know, honey. Let's do it. Let's do it. We know likes up in here. We only have less than 200 people. Come on, get Dana off. Oh, get the Lulu and Tyrone. We got BG in the middle, and we got a grand auntie and a witness that is speaking out the injustice and trying to get this girl Lulu trying to get justice at Tyrone. All right, she talked about this. BG out here talking about something. If Lulu was guilty, she would have been locked up. She would have been locked up. Are you crazy? Is you cool? Is you cool? She sounds smart. By second,
That's the same thing they said about Quadasia Holly Johnson. If she didn't, she would be locked up. And where she at? Locked up.
she's about, well, you gotta listen to the police report. They said that he got hit by a car. The police just reporting from what your line friend Lulu is saying. We all know that. We all know it's an open investigation. Hell, but honey, she sounds smart. This is a very smart young lady, and I give you that. You do sound nice and pleasant, but things that was coming out your mouth, girl, poison. All right, so let's keep on going. Right, they said the same thing about her and all the other criminals. Let's go.
If I'm in a heated argument with my man in the car and I'm driving, he says, "Let me out. I don't want to touch this no more," and he get out the car.
Just to let you guys know, that is B voice. So you guys know her voice is BG, okay? She has already talked to Lulu. Lulu told her the story already, and she is pushing her agenda that didn't have anything to do with it, and Tyrone got hit by a sedan. That's the agenda that she's pushing.
I'm gonna keep driving. What I'm gonna stay around for? I'm keep.
So basically, Lulu gave BG the rundown. And BG is out here jumping on panels, giving a story of what she was told, because she wasn't there. Just like Lulu said she wasn't there when it happened. So how she even know that he got hit by a sedan? What a sedan come in at? Because Lulu gave 3 different scenarios of the story. And a sedan didn't play part into the 3 stories that she told to the Davis family. Now you got a friend coming out here talking about a sedan. How you know it was a sedan and Lulu wasn't there? She was at the gas station. You got Carlos saying it's unbelievable, I was there. Now you got Lulu saying she was at a gas station, but somehow she knew it was an accident and know what type of car hit him. But when she came on the scene, she ain't asked the paramedics, the police, nothing about the state that Tyrone Davis Jr. was in.
Driving, and like she said, like they said, she said.
So then you don't love that man then, because I'm not leaving my man nowhere that we not familiar with.
If I was in that situation, I think you guys are reading way.
You see how the older lady said, "You don't love that man. I'm not gonna leave my man side the highway." Blase, and how the BG girl continued to talk and overtalk from what the realness that the older woman was giving about loving somebody, but you leaving them on the side of the highway. But she kept talking about then comes out and say, oh, y'all digging too much into it. What you mean we digging too much into it? It's on the internet and it don't seem right. So you don't think people not going to talk about it? It makes sense.
I second it. She's talking about, well, you got to listen to the police report. The police said that he got hit by a car. The police is just reporting what your lying friend Lulu is saying. We all know that. We know it's an open investigation. Hell, but honey, she sounds smart. When you hear her, you would think this very smart young lady. And I give you that. You do sound nice and pleasant. But the things that was coming out your mouth, girl, poison. All right, so let's keep on going. They said the same thing about Holly and all the other criminals. Let's go.
And if I'm in a heated argument with my man in the car and I'm driving, and he says, "Let me out. I don't want to talk about this no more," and he gets out the car.
Just to let you guys know, that is B voice, so you guys know that is BD. Okay? She, Lulu told her the story already. She is pushing her agenda that Lulu didn't have anything to do with it, and Tyrone got hit by sand. That's agenda that she's pushing.
I'm gonna keep driving. What up for? I'm gonna keep driving. Like she said, like they said, she said.
So then you don't love that man then, because I'm leaving my man nowhere that we not familiar with.
If I was in that situation, I think you guys are reading way too much in to the little details that have been put on Front Street. Like, you're reading too much into it.
What if it comes out? Lulu has something to do with it.
But don't we supposed to look into every little detail that's been forefronted? Why would any content creator or anybody that's looking to the story ignore any detail? I think y'all looking a little bit too much into the little detail that was put out here for you. Yeah, that's how you gonna try to connect the dots and make it make sense, by paying attention to detail.
Your stats be.
I'm gonna be very, very honest with you, because I played that scenario in my head, right? I would be disappointed. I would be sad, but
BG Lulu friend was asked, what if it comes out that Lulu did play a part in the demising of Tyrone Davis Jr.? And this is her answer. Talking about she will be sad, and she said, but. There's a but behind her being sad. Let's keep listening. Hold on.
I still be one of them people. It's like, free Lulu, like my friend.
Understand.
Like, free Lulu.
Understand.
How many times do we have friends and family members that do commit crimes? They go to jail, they get locked up, and we still feel like they're still innocent. You get what I'm saying? I think I would be one of those.
No, that's crazy. If my friend did some stuff, then hell, I'm pissed off because you lied to me. But she says if her friend end up to be a murderer, she's still going to ride for her. She's still going to lie to the public and say she's innocent. That's to let you know exactly what the type of person we're dealing with. Talk about morals and values. Come on now.
People. But
so do you know what happened?
To some extent, but it's not for me to say, guys, here's what happened here.
No, right. But I'm just saying, as far as, because the way that we're going is where the family is putting out, like basically right now.
And I understand that, but I also remember that side of the family, the dad side, is in a lot of pain, right? And it makes sense for them to say,
well, ain't Lulu in a lot of pain? Clearly she's not. I mean, that tells you everything right there. She says the Davis side, clearly they're in a lot of pain, as if they're in so much pain and grief they cannot see the truth from the lies. They're living in delusional. That is how she's trying to paint it. But it's like, okay, the Davidson side are grieving, but your girlfriend not grieving either? Clearly she's not.
Hey, this is what happened. This is what I think. You did this, you did that. You're to blame, right? Because they do want answers. And I also want you to pay attention to how the auntie, who was the loud one, started to how she is.
I don't like that shit. Did y'all see that? That was the first did. The auntie, that's the one. Bitch, you know her name. You know her name. You've been on her post this whole time. You know her name. Have some respect. Natasha, the auntie, the loud one. Hell yeah, I was offended. Yes, I was offended. Do BG know her name? Press 1 if BG know her name.
Enemy battleships sunk. Detected. Enemy submarine spotted. Attention.
Sorry, I was trying to say
That's the fake bullshit disrespect I don't like.
Now, at first when she started, it was all Lulu, Lulu, that, Lulu, Lulu, Lulu. Now it's just more so we want justice. There is no more blame or finger pointing towards Lulu. You get what I'm saying? Pick that. And the fact.
Did you hear what she just said? She said now, Auntie Natasha, she not blaming Lulu anymore. So she's saying she realized, Natasha, you realize that Lulu is not the criminal, so that's why you letting up off of her. You ain't talking about her no more because you got it wrong.
believe Natasha came out here and cleared that shit. She came out and cleared that shit up. She let it be known. No, it's you, Lulu, Lulu, Lulu. It's you, Lulu. You're the one who had something to do with my nephew's death. She cleared that up.
You got it wrong. She said, pay attention. You got it wrong.
That she's saying, they didn't call, you waited at the hospital for 24 hours, X, Y, Z. Come on. Things get lost, and I'm telling you. I want to make a comment on that. And that's kind of like an emotional side. First of all, that big fat white man don't know. I do not like.
What? Did y'all hear that? Did you?
Now, this is the part where I was stating that now she going after the nurse's boyfriend. Now, if you got to degrade, what's the purpose of you wanting to degrade somebody that only spoke up from what they saw? Because they're the ones who pulled over to try in helping Tyrone when they saw him coming from under that bridge. They're the ones who stopped and pulled over. After all those cars that bypassed Tyrone, these are the two good Samaritans, the nurse and her boyfriend, that took time out, stopped to assist him, to make sure that paramedics was being called. That they're just made Lulu look guilty as hell, because why would you talk about somebody that only gave what they saw? You mad at the fact that they were there and they saw it? They saw the predicament that Tyrone was in. They gave the story of how they helped. So you got to degrade him now and call him names because of their truth? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
That? Honey, we ain't even in the half of it. Then she was a fat phobic. She said that big fat white man ain't that fat phobic, fat shaming, race baiting. Did y'all hear that? She sounds so educated to be talking like that. She really cannot stand witness. He has a hatred toward a witness. How could you hate that man when he spoke the truth? Do y'all see what's going on here? Come on now. I'm gonna have to run that back.
I also want you to pay attention to how the auntie, the loud one, started to how she is now. At first, when she started, it was Lulu this, Lulu that, Lulu, Lulu, Lulu. Now it's just more so we want justice. There is no more blame or finger pointing towards Lulu. You can pay attention to that. And the fact that she's saying, oh, they didn't call, you waited at the hospital 24 hours, X, Y, and Z. Come on. Things get lost in translation, I'm telling you. I want to make a comment on that. That's coming like emotional. First of all, that big white man do not like white men like him.
The fact that she said things get lost in translation, like the fact that she won't have a problem with one of her family members, something happened to them, and somebody wait to reach out to her 24 hours later after the fact. How the hell is that lost in translation? Make that make sense. That's questionable. Why would you wait after 24 hours? So you can go ahead and get your story into the fucking police? So that way it won't be quick on them trying to look at you as a suspect because the police have not yet heard anything from the family. So that the family could tell them if the family at the timing that Lulu gave a statement as to what she stated happened, that was a way of Lulu trying to linger on the police. So the police wouldn't jump to the defense of it being a quick investigation. Because like I said, the news came out here and making a statement and saying that, repeating clearly what Lulu said. Talking about him jumping out of the damn car. As if the news can't be biased. They be quick to want to come out here and jump and say something without even doing their due diligence of research as well. And that's why it makes stories.
Yeah. It's Queen Stat, baby.
And that's why it makes stories be sounding so conflicted at the beginning. Just for Dro.
Already speculating because his mind.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say. He said human.
No, but listen, it's the way that it's the thing.
You see that? Even Raw D had to stop her. She was about to go off on him, calling him all types of big fat stuff and all this white stuff. When I tell you, Lulu and her friends, they have a hatred towards the Europeans.
Three times your car accident is worth major compensation. If you've been in a car accident recently,
yeah, but don't say let's say short. Say short.
Don't say just say what?
Say short. So,
So there wasn't
Okay. So let me health. I don't like the way
hold on, sis.
I don't like the way he played into what he's been seeing from the media, right? He see that it's a case, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of outpour of love and everything for Tyrone and X, Y, and Z, and he just came with his mind made up, speculating that the stage, that's not cool. Speculating that she didn't care enough, that's not cool either. How people react,
I don't look. He is saying what he saw, and that he felt. That's what it was. When you go to a body and everything is put up real nice and neat, that seems staged. He was being honest. Now, the person that showed up before him doing some stuff with the money, they had staged it. So he was right. Wasn't that this guy right? The nurse witness, fiance, wasn't he right? It was staged. When he got up there stuff was moved. It was set really nice and neat because the car before him did stage it up that way. So he was right. It was staged. After the crime, some moved the cash. They did this. They said it was cash around the paper. They got to it. They did some stuff to it. They put it in a nice pile. That's staging. So when he got to saw it, and it looks like something that's been staged. Honest in what he saw.
In high emotional situations like that, we're all different. Their head.
Someone said, "Who is Natasha?" That's Auntie. That's Tyrone's auntie. Don't you see this lady that's hugging European goddess? That's an auntie. That's her on the side.
When it happens, some people don't know how to react. Some people are hysterical out loud. That wasn't cool. So what he did, everything that he said, I get it that he was there and they to say that, man. But his commentary about how he felt, like, oh, she asked, she would stay, she just wanted to find out. That's BS. That is BS. And I do not.
How you gonna say how is BS to how somebody feel that you don't know? He felt because he was there at the moment. He know what he felt right then at that moment. And that's the story he told. So for you to not even know the guy and say that's BS is crazy. Make it make sense. Like I said, she just came and made Lulu look even guiltier.
Happens when everything.
How is it BS? That's what that man witnessed. That's what he saw, and that's what he exposed. She want to attack him. She's attacking his character.
Because what he did when he saw things, as the news and maybe looking at things that was unfolded on the internet or whatever. So what he saw, he put together what seemed like from what he saw made sense to certain things. Like he explained how the wallet was, the money, a certain, money was how the money was outside of the wallet, where the pizza, where the wings lay, all of that.
Yeah. It's Queen's dead, baby.
Why people keep calling my damn phone? Like,
attacking him. His size, his race, saying everything he said was bullshit. It wasn't valid.
And that's the part right there that made her friend Lulu look even guiltier, because why are you up there on the panel degrading and trying to downplay what a witness saw with his own eyes up close and personal, because his wife is the one who was assisting Tyrone? Make that make sense.
Was lies. Those are insults.
Comes out.
All right, so they said Natasha, Auntie is in the link. So Natasha, I'll bring her up if she wants to come up. But if she does not want to come up here, she want to stay, that's fine. Natasha, you don't gotta say no. We got you, girl. You could just sit back. You don't say nothing. But if she wants to speak, let her speak. All right, let's go.
Out, and it clears Kiara of any wrongdoing. And let's just say that they do find that he was struck by a vehicle. Then what?
Okay, let me.
And she was so guilty.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just came back in. I'm sorry. You finished?
If she was so guilty, I think she would have been arrested already. The fact that she's still a free woman is because.
Can y'all hear me?
Hello? All right, so they said Natasha wants to talk, so I will stop this video and I will bring up Natasha. All she has to do is hit that link and we will gladly walk, okay? All right, so which one is Natasha? I see Sean here, I see Rob, I see Wes, I see Londa, I see Tamala, I see Callie. I don't see Natasha. So,
family right now. So let me just say this for the record.
Okay.
Ain't nothing changed. This Lulu responsible for my nephew. Girl. Ain't nothing changed. It ain't even let it. You responsible for him out on the ground. You put your mirror and you ain't called 911. The responsibility right there was yours. Allegedly, baby. That's facts. So I care who don't like it. Ain't nothing changed, home girl.
That's right.
Your vowels.
And 10 toes
You have
down.
to wipe more times to clean your twice.
Something that BG did. Lulu friend came out here to switch the narrative of the aunties and saying that she was this way at first and now she's switching to be this way. And the auntie came and let it be known. I said what I said. It's Lulu. It's been Lulu. And it's going to continue to be Lulu until Lulu get her ass arrested for what she did to her nephew. She said what she said.
Yeah, here go the mom. What she told you, put some respect on my name. I ain't disrespect nobody. Feel like you still have your opinion, but baby, have some respect. Natasha Davis. Period. No, not a world auntie Natasha. Put some on that auntie Tasha. TT Tasha. However you want to call it, honey. Don't get quiet now. Here she go.
Yeah. Well, this is on Royal D panel earlier today.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were playing the recording. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. But nothing
No,
has changed. And let me back up just to make something clear. It wasn't safe. That took place before he got on that bridge. Let me tell you, there was another witness that was there, and he saw blowing. He put the money back in his pocket, his wallet, and sat it there. He went over my nephew, and that's when he saw my nephew do grunting and moving and so on down the road. It had nothing to do with them. Them people didn't know us from a campaign. They saw me on the live, and they showed up where we were protesting. And they decided to come up there and let us know that they also pulled up on the scene and what they witnessed. We didn't talk to them before we went live. We immediately, they're like, hey, they looking for Auntie Tasha. We started our cameras from the moment mouth, not knowing what was going to come out. Them people ain't getting no game for coming on there telling us how they feel, what they witnessed, what they saw in a few hours before my nephew left.
So Aunt Tina to just clean up any false narratives that's trying to be placed out there as if, you know, like they found these witnesses and got them to come on, you know, during the protest and speak that. She stated that they caught them, she was on their live and they met them there and came and gave their story.
On that ambulance. Just a throw. Just a throw. That's all we know. At the same time, we ain't backing down by hiding their hands, but nothing else changing the game. It's still Lulu. So you either for draw or guess what? How you want to feel, that's fine. So I don't have no reason. I don't have no game to get. At the same time, you're still watching, so it's got your attention. And at the same time, if you really have a heart, you will understand nobody will want their loved one to be left like not an animal, because people say they wouldn't even leave their dog like that. The moment you know he got in that car, if he's supposedly jumped, you would hit the brakes, you would throw that car and drive and park. I'm sorry.
And I totally agree with her, and that's what she would have did. Like I said, it was room enough for her to move off on the median, which meaning outside the road where the cars are coming at. Like if your car, something happened to your car, whatever, you got room enough to pull over and throw your hazards lights on type shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, yeah, she would have pulled her ass over, not just left him there. What is your reason? That's going to be a big question when her ass get arrested. What was your reasoning of leaving him there? And you got the fucking dumbass friend coming up there talking about some damn, if me and my dude, like basically trying to defend Lulu lie. Well, it wasn't a lie because she definitely left him outside the road, but it's the fact that the friend, and she still not making sense of it, because who leave a loved ones outside the road? You don't leave nobody that you love like that. Your ass pull the fuck up and wait till they cool off. And if you start walking further down, just throw that bitch in drive and keep on driving down behind her until he gained enough sense to get in the car. You don't just leave nobody outside no damn busy highway like that. If you leaving them, then you hope something's gonna happen to them. Because if you don't want nothing to happen to them, your ass is not gonna leave his side. Now at this point, you doing the driving, so clearly something went wrong. What's up with the boot on your foot? Drove pretty fine that day.
You got out. But guess what? Either way it goes, the bottom line is you never call 911. You never call the family. You even got the baby mama number, the whole family number. You didn't dial nobody number. You pulled off and left him. We know he ain't jumped. So the story done changed 1,000 times. From even you told the police, yeah, he was walking. If he jumped, how he was walking. If you was driving 25 miles an hour, how he ain't got no stuff. It's nothing to discuss anymore, Lulu. It ain't changed, and it's gonna come forth. The truth ain't coming out. We not stopping. We not letting up. So you're used to come to a conclusion, and the verdict is justice will be served. You know it's coming soon. So that's all I have to say.
Season on how to add years to your life. Sardines.
Well, Miss Natasha, we glad that you are standing and you are speaking out. We come out here, girl. Let's go.
Coming from people, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not just made up. You got what I'm saying? If that makes
I
sense.
understand that, but at the same time, it's like I question the validity of the YouTubers because, okay, why for
No, trying to figure it out. We don't know anything.
right?
We don't know anything.
There's
And then we're from the auntie now that Lulu lied. You get what I'm saying? We going off for the videos that they're putting out, and then somebody come on TikTok. You feel me? You know, because they know her. They've been around her. You know.
So people say she lied, and
they even BG. They asked her. They were like, "Do you know? Do you know what happened?" Honestly, I don't know what happened. So why the hell are you even jumping up on the panel trying to defend if you claiming you don't know what happened? But you're stating that he got in an accident, so you got to make sense. If you don't know what happened, then you shouldn't even spoken nothing about him being hit by no sedan or nothing about an accident. Period. You said the same shit that Lulu said. She went to the gas station, but she said it was an accident. How do you know it was an accident? You wasn't there. You was at the gas station. So again, the friend BG ain't making sense. She wastes her time coming out here. But y'all can go and watch the rest off of Criminal Villian's live. I wasn't not going to play the whole live. I just wanted to play some clips of Lulu's friend BG coming out on the panel trying in defense mode, but she's not making sense.
They said 3 times.
Subjective because words get lost in translations a lot, right?
Yes, I understand.
And especially in this kind of situation with the death, a lot is going to be lost, right? Especially if he's only.
That's her words get lost in translation, basically stating when you're in shock and things happen, you know, you might not be using the right choice of words when you're speaking. Bullshit. That's a person with no remorse to leave somebody outside the damn road, knowing that he had a head trauma. If you saying he jumped from the car, then you know that he had some type of damage. But like the auntie said, one storyline, she stated that he got out the next moment and walked the next moment he jumped. You can't be jumping and walking at the same damn time now. You got to choose which one you want to do. Legs don't work that way. So lost in transaction, my ass. That's translation. That's bullshit. That's that reverse psychology shit she's trying to use.
Communicating with one side and the other.
Because if she had words or whatever, she would have spoke with the paramedics and the police on duty. She didn't do that. She waited 24 hours to call the family when she got everybody's phone number. She gave 3 different sides of the story. Like, you telling me she lost words of translation 3 different times that she told the Davis family what happened? Really fucking shocked after 1, 2, 3 times of telling a different damn story. She still couldn't get it right. Bullshit.
And that she's communicating with is who is communicating with the other side. So is going to get lost. So that's like when people are so focused, oh, she lied. Did she really? Or did things just get lost in translation? That's something to be looked at too. And then I think, in the Black community, when we speak to one another, there's certain slang that we use. We know exactly what it means. But then again, when it's said on like in a situation like this to the public, means completely different. Like when I say that, what I'm talking about is the term "he jumped out the car" or whatever, as if jumped out to commit. Oftentimes, when we're talking to one another, he jumped out. This means he got out.
Girl, shut up. No, y'all jumping out the car and he got out the car are 2 different things, BG. You know damn well. You know damn well. Press 2 if jumping out the car versus he got out the car. It's 2 different things. You see how she lied?
He got out the car. And I think there's so much focus on trying to make this girl seem like she's just a monster. Nobody is.
The police recorders that we just got, it said that it was said that he jumped out of the car when it was going 5 miles or something per hour.
Is that true? No, you can't.
But this is what police is saying. See, I get what you're saying, but you have to say that we're getting it from the police, from the family, from the supposedly family that's coming out here on the police scanner or video, like pleading for. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is where people are getting it from. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we're gonna blog what the news people put out. That's what we're gonna blog on. What they're putting out. So the family can't get mad, or the friends can't get mad at what we put out. Have to get mad with the news reporters what they're putting out, because we only blogging off of what they put out.
What they're putting out.
And I understand everything you ladies are saying, but as somebody who knows her and what I've been sitting back watching,
you know her. We don't.
Hold on. Let me tell you. As the reason why I'm coming the way that I'm coming and saying what I'm saying is because I've been sitting back watching, and I have yet to see a YouTuber come out with facts from the police department. I've yet to see
the only thing.
How we gonna have facts, sweetie? How we gonna have facts?
Our video.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to say this, BG. This tell you this from date. You must not have been on this platform.
Come on, T. Smith. T. Smith wasn't playing with her.
Because on this platform, I have been very vocal about being transparent and being fair. So I have taken hits for saying we're going to bash Lulu. Was there something on Tyrone's side? I've taken hits from that other side of the family. So when you come to the side, make sure that you've been versed on what's going on this platform, not everything that's going on all over the internet. That's not what we do.
Right, because we don't have no show of other platforms what they put out.
Right.
Yeah, no.
I did say I want to be 50-50. That's what I said as a blogger. And I also said if Lulu did something to him, she deserves to go down. And I also said, I even asked to one of the family friends that came on my platform one time. I asked her, was Tyrone abusive to Lulu? Physically, mentally, whatever. She said no. Because I asked her this because I want to be fair about covering this.
Mm-hmm. And we said it.
Let me finish. She came up on my platform. She got upset with Miss Smith that's going on now and said to her, "You're not going to attack them, and I don't appreciate what you're saying." Which Miss Smith did not say anything wrong because we want to be fair about the case. So the other things that you heard in other forums, I can't control what they say on their platform, sweetheart. You know, I only control what I do on my platform.
Understood. And I don't want you to take it as if that I am blaming y'all and say,
okay, this. Let's not play no games. Press 4 if you feel like she really want to come in and get me. Press 4 if she really gunning for me. Okay? And she's taking it out on Royal D and them. Or if she taking it out on Royal D and them, but she really coming for me. Royal D, I'm so sorry y'all got attacked. I'm so sorry that she grouped y'all and she was attacking y'all and thinking she was talking about to me. BJ, holla at me, girl. Okay, come on now. Hell, you know I'm mad. You watch me. You know Criminal Villains. You know Auntie Natasha Page because you watch us all the time. I bet if we got her phone, if we got computer, we are all in her algorithm. We are in her algorithm. We are in her search engine. I kid you not. We are in her search engine. She knows who she is. But I don't know why she want to play game. But let's go.
X, Y, and Z, like you said, I just joined. I just logged on to YouTube. I was going to watch something else, and I saw you guys were live, and I saw Tyrone, and I just logged on to see what you guys were saying. But it's very upsetting thus far, and because of everywhere the focus is on, the focus is on, Kiara, she did something, but like nobody's talking about the fact that possibility that could have been a possibility. I'm not saying that this is factual, but nobody's looking at the part he got out of the vehicle, a car struck him and did not stop. Nobody's focused on that.
She keep on pushing this agenda that he got out the vehicle and a car struck him. If he got out the vehicle and a car struck him, wouldn't his girlfriend Lulu see that? Wouldn't she say something on press 2? If you get out the car and a car struck you, wouldn't Lulu see that? She meant let's go.
Okay.
I just wanted to come on here and like speak up for her because like I feel like the internet going against her since day one. When this first happened, immediately all I saw was comments about how could you do this to him, X, Y, and Z, and it was just like, how did y'all even come to this conclusion that she did something? But I feel like a lot more people need to focus on the fact that he could just have, and I'm not saying this is fact, but just, steer away from accusing her and maybe focus on the fact that, what if he got hit by a car and whoever hit him did not stop? Because again, we all know how somewhat, to some extent, how investigations work. If she was so guilty, I promise you, she would have been arrested. And if she was so guilty,
I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't. I'm sorry. You
she was so guilty, I think she would have been arrested already. The fact that she's still a free woman.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
no, we can't hear you.
Oh,
I think we can hear her, but she can't hear us. I think that's what's going on.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's just like, if she was so at what everybody's accusing her of, I think the police would have arrested her already. I just feel like
now she's when she just repeating the same shit. So, into regard, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can go and finish that out at Criminal Villians. Like I said, that thing is like 4 hours long. I don't think she stayed up there the full 4 hours. They just continued to talk and speak about the case. Somewhere in that, I forgot the market when I was listening to it, but also part of that live that Criminal Villian did. Like I said, it's where Tyrone's uncle came in the chat, and Criminal Villian was reading the comments where he was stating that how Lulu and Tyrone met from the beginning. From the beginning, Lulu was a side chick. And again, that could have some build-up pressure when girls put themselves in that situation to still deal with a man knowing that he has another female and play that side chick role. And then they get their feelings all caught the fuck up. And then wanting that man to leave that woman type shit and still stick around, just to in the end have some type of fucking motive. Especially you can state that there was a motive or whatever because he truck driver, he was about to make money on these platforms. Like he really had himself in position. He was doing everything good. He was taking care of his kids. So, and then it's being spoke about, you know, again, that they were supposed to be getting married within 3 months or whatever the case may be. And then her being on the alleged to be added on his insurance policy a day after he is, she goes to moving money around. I mean, I understand a friend trying to take up for a friend, but if you're going to do that, then you got to come out here and make it make sense. And nothing she was saying on that panel was, you know, she was trying to use a lot of reverse psychology type shit. But that still don't excuse the fact she couldn't even, I don't care about her agreeing and say, I would have did the same thing, left my dude outside the road if he wanted to get out. That's bullshit. Just like she saying things was bullshit about what the witness saw is bullshit. What she came out here and what she spoke was a bunch of bullshit. That shit can run both ways. What's up, Miss Cat 10? But at the end of the day, it's justice for Tyrone Davis. You know, there is also the police recording that I was about too that I came across or whatever. It sounded was a little bit. So I'm not really sure where. Oh snap. Where it's coming from. Let me see. Because I came across, I wanted to cause any other content creator that's actually been talking about this story or whatever. And see, there's a clear recording of the alleged police call, because it stated that he called the police. It stated that he called the police too, but why can't that'd be on videos. Let's see, popular. It's showing older stuff instead of recent. Because I'm not all the way logged in. Well, I'll be digging it down. It's showing 1 month ago. I can't sign in right now. Hold on, let me see.
this instead. For only $22 a month, I got a premium home security.
This bridge and the actual spot my nephew died in. How we know? Not through the police. You best believe my live give answers. Family seeking answers, and they coming, and every which way they coming. Justice for my cousin, we won't stop. They on both sides of the bridge, but I want to come down here exactly to show y'all this bridge and where we at. My nephew was found right up in this area, right here. Now y'all see that bridge? My nephew was found right here in this area. There's no. If he was in the middle lane, and got out the right, up in this second lane right here. I'm sorry, in this little foyer right here. If he ended up in this foyer, let me be specific, with a white beater on, whatever y'all want to call white tank top, and a pants, whatever y'all want to call it. At least for about a minute. You create gravy, you
I mean, y'all.
The vehicle versus the pedestrian. The male subject is awake, but not alert. There is road blockage in the eastbound lane. They'll be under the State Road 93 overpass on Southwest Archer Road. It's 17:47 hours. It's 53 respond. It's 9:53 vehicle versus pedestrian. 41 Southwest Archer Road, 4100 Southwest Archer Road, the area of the underpass. We have law enforcement responding with as caller passing by advising male patient injured after being hit by a sedan versus male patient. Patients on the ground.
Report with cause and manner is not complete. We are awaiting additional information. And can you verify the death date for me? You said 12/29/2025. Yes, and that's if you have a death certificate.
See, the incident had 6, but again, he didn't. So his death date is 10/29.
Correct. Okay. And question: is it ending because of the investigation that's going on? No, we are just awaiting additional information. I do not have specifics. That could be lab results, medical records, information, from law enforcement. Law enforcement was involved. I don't get specifics, unfortunately, but I think all of that plays a role in us getting.
Y'all here?
The part that I just wanted y'all to hear was the 911 call and the discussion about, I believe that was about the autopsy report for the death certificate. They still awaiting more information.
Reading in every culture for 43 we're gonna have 2 eastbound lanes on Archer Road both from the I-75 bridge. 25. 10-4, 54-26 on vehicle versus pedestrian highway. And Archer Road. 10-4. 0, so far, go. 5. You can also go ahead and 66, pending 22 again. 1 of you do. 10-4-57. Well, yeah, my hospital. EMS advising they can't advise for sure yet if it's a trauma alert. They say that they don't see anything life threatening for now, but they're still transporting 12. Okay. This might be a 3PI. Lot 29. You know. Good updated to a trauma alert reference subject fell out of the vehicle.
Stating that he has trauma injuries that fell out of a moving vehicle. And basically they going by what was told to them by Lulu.
With what the consciousness? Confirmation. 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 Oh, for police. Well, he is going to be trauma alerted. How do you say trauma alert? There you go. Oscar call. Oscar call. Updated 43. We're not sure if it's signal 4 or if he had a signal 31 and then he was just on the road. So we're still working that. There's a girlfriend here on scene for him, and she advised us about 5 minutes ago he got out of the car and started walking. So we're still working on that. Tweeting.
He was saying that they don't know if he received the trauma before getting out of the vehicle and then got out of the car, or if he received the trauma after he got out of the car. And then there's a girlfriend on scene saying that by 5 minutes ago, he got out of the car and started walking. But before that, they were saying that he jumped out a moving damn vehicle. The news even being biased. So 911.
MSCC3 trauma alert issue Jordan. Chance. Attention 9. Attention 9. Doing 9, Jane 32. Cruiser 1739. License details 17,000. Company up. Oh, actually, CC3. Can you place a 50 on the floor reference trauma recess? Yes, ma'am. 17 coming in at the underpass. Call 687. And social for calling in requesting a call to reference to a possible emergency contact for the person from the fourth. Listen, or can the unit able to call? Do it. I can try to get the unit. I mean, based on line 2, if that's what she's needing, they can handle that. Channel through it. Sure. Charlie, system 4? Yes, ma'am. 10-4. I know everybody is busy right now. The call was from Asia, so the signal 31 at the underpass. Top of 22 and Quebec 22 are currently on 45. And they're going to be trying to make a life or death decision, and he just needs to get the information off the DL. Oh, yeah. Damn right. 10-4. We're bring it 5 off somewhere.
But that was part of the 911 call. There was some little contradiction at the end of that, but either way, you know what I'm saying? It still are plain questions in sight as to what happened to Tyrone Davis Jr. because giving 3 different storylines, leaving him outside of the road, not calling his family within 24 hours, all of that points to guilt. Guilty, 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 guilty. In my eyes, guilty. And it seems like more people are coming out here talking now. Because like I said earlier, you got some people that are siding with Lulu is jumping in, supporters that's be in the chats of these content creators or bloggers channels. You got they jumping in inboxes, bothering people, trying to tell people what not to talk about and what they shouldn't talk about. Like it's all kind of shit that's, you know what I'm saying, it's probably finna get nasty. Because you got families coming out the works and friends of people coming out the works now. They might well give it up and tell the damn truth. And Lulu might well step up and tell the truth as well. Because the internet is on your head. Better be damn. You have to be careful for what you put out here on the internet, baby. You have to be careful. Because you best to believe there are a lot of content creators myself will definitely get deep with some good old damn investigation. We trying to break down every detail. If it takes for every detail to need to be broken down to make sense, that's exactly what a lot of bloggers and content creators would do. We'd rather do that other than just be quick to throw out a speculation. So when you break those small, even the small details down, it starts to make sense. So Lulu can take her friend BG back that's over there trying to use reverse psychology on people. Because ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. We trying to hear the first thing that I can't get past, like I said. Why you leave that man on the side of the road? Argument or not. That's nasty work. But that's all the commentary that I have for right now. Y'all get ready to get up off this thing. I appreciate each and every one of you that came in and joined in with me on this live due to the Tyrone Davis Jr. Justice for Dro, stepdaddy Dro. Prayers goes out to his family. I hope they get the answers that they are looking for. Those videos, cameras in areas of where the incident occurred, that there's some type of footage that could help out with this. And the most importantly, I hope Lulu guilty conscience eats her up where she steps up and tell the truth of what happened on that day to Tyrone Davis Jr. So, justice for Dro. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Get yourself a membership. Shout out to all my moderators. Shout out to all my members out there. The Queen of Truth family members. You guys are greatly appreciated. But as I will always say, make sure you protect your peace at all costs. And please make sure that you do not, it's hard to not put your emotions into certain storylines that we go over out here, but just try to make sure that you don't allow the internet to take you over subconsciously. Until next time that I post on my community wall that I will be live, you guys stay safe out there, stay blessed, stay productive. Mwah. Queen Step out.
Mouth slick, vibe heavy, love, lay, laugh, but don't play with a Queen step in pressure when she walk. If it ain't real, she don't even wanna talk. Love deep, laugh loud, but she built from the grind. Cut different, ain't another in a kind. Queen step in pressure when she walk. If it ain't real, she don't even wanna talk. Love deep, laugh loud, but she built from the grind. Cut different, ain't another in a kind. Pray for peace, but she ready for the smoke. Say what she mean, don't care who broke. Put respect